Hey, this is Mac from K2 Music here. We have the brand spanking new Katana 100 combo here. We just got a bunch of these amps in and we just are very excited about these. So we're going to give you a little demo on this amp, going to walk you through some of the features and some of the basic sounds, but you know, no one online can really tell you how it sounds as good as you coming into a place and playing it. So come on in here and give these amps a chance for yourself. But let's come on over, we'll reset the camera and take a look at the controls as I go through some different sounds. Alright, so here we are looking at the top of the Katana 100. As you're looking down, you can see those controls. I'll kind of point out a few things before I start playing. I'm going to start over here. We have the power control center. This is kind of a cool. You have the full 100 watts, you have a 50 watt switch, and then down to a 0.5 watt, and then a standby, which is an interesting concept for a solid state amp. Master control, master volume of the whole amp, and a master presence. Then we do have the effects section. We'll spend some time on that. EQ, pretty straight ahead there. And then we have our amp sound over here at your left. And you can see we have an acoustic simulator, we have clean, crunch, lead, then a brown sound. And I'll take you through each of those sounds. Right now I have the amp set up just about as clean and as flat as you can do with the EQ. You can see I've got things pretty... Just a nice kind of clean... As you saw before, I'm just using a 2 humbucker guitar. Here's the neck pickup. This is cool in this clean setting. I'm going to take that gain all the way up so you can hear. I can get that clean setting to break up a little bit. Just a... Hear that? That's kind of cool. Kind of cool from a clean sound to be able to get that. So the range of gain from the clean sound is spanking ultra clean, which would be doing something like this, you know, to what you just heard. Now I'm going to come over to the crunch world, do the same thing. So I'm concentrating right now just on these sounds. Here's my crunch setting. I'm going to play with my rear humbucker sound. That's a little loud, so I'm going to back that down for you. I'm going to leave the EQ flat for now, so I'm not going to adjust anything. So here we are with Now I can take that sound, I'm going to bring that gain up a little bit more here for this. These are all my kind of crunch sounds, you know. And that all the way up there, here's the amount of gain that we have. Again, that's the crunch channel. Back in here somewhere is probably kind of the nominal sound. Good chording sound, power chord. And again, I'm running the amp dry. Now I'm going to come over to the lead sound. You're going to hear a little bit more gain going on here. You know, all of a sudden you can hear there's going to be some more gain happening. I'm going to add some effects on these sounds later. I'm going to bring that gain up a little bit. All the way up. Here's this bunch. So there's that range of gain there. And then lastly we'll hit that brown sound up here, which is... Here's the lead, just so you can hear the difference. There is a difference. A lot of gain going on there. So I'm going to come back now to maybe my crunch world. Come over here, I'm going to add a little reverb going on. That's a plate reverb. One of the cool things they've done here is I can hit this button, you see it's green. Now here I am at red. That's a spring, and then I hit it again, I get yellow, and I'm in a hall. As much, make it as crazy as big as I want. There's my reverb settings. Now I can come over here. I'm working my way backwards because I think this first one here is the most complicated. Then in my effects setting here, I've got the first half of this is these next to a split. Here's my delay settings. So if I start off with green, it would be just a digital delay. I'll take that reverb off so you can kind of hear the delay. That's digital. Going over to my red here, here's a analog, it's a little warmer. And then lastly here, a tape echo. That'll have a little modulated after effect. Tap tempo, again, I can make it nice and slow, or a faster delay. Then the second section to this is effects. Now, what does effects mean? Effects means what this comes loaded with effects is a tremolo, a touch wire, and an octave. But actually, you can hook this bad boy right up to a computer and use their editor software and add different effects. All kinds of effects, by the way. Right now, I'm going to start off here. Okay, so what I've got going on here is tremolo, right? I'll put a lot on. Yeah, okay, so I don't want tremolo. What other effects do I got going on here? Little touch wire. That's kind of fun. And then, okay, one more that's all loaded on here. A little octave. And again, I can add a little reverb on that for a little ambience. So I can take these guys both off. We'll close those down. Now I come over to this next one. This one's interesting because I have the booster on the first half, modulation on the second half. I'm going to go right over to the modulation section first. We're going to walk down through the three of these. We have chorus. Adds more of it as it goes. So there you go. I'm still playing on that crunch sound. I hit it over here to my red, my flanger. Again, I can probably speed it up or slow it down. And then I hit it one more time, and I've gone to full phaser. This is my phaser. Now, the next interesting thing is I can come over to my booster section here. Now this, again, 3 different boosts. If I'm in a green here, and I'm playing along, that's that blues driver sound, which is kind of cool, standard boss effects. Now I'm going to hit this again. I'm in overdrive. Then one more time, now I'm in distortion. And I can dial the amount of that up. So I have 3 different boosters. Now, again, you plug this into the editor software, you can get, there's all kinds of different effects, boosts and distortion pedals and overdrive pedals that you can have on the front end of this thing. I can't even tell you the number. We just did this a few minutes ago and I was like, holy cow, there's all kinds of different ones on there. TS-808s, there's a bunch of different ones going on for different sound varieties that you can load in to these. So this amp has all kinds of features. You can come over here, you can program 4 sounds going on here, plus the panel. You could have 5 sounds right there. Has a built-in effects loop, which is really cool. So if you want to put some foot pedal stuff in the effects loop, works great. And also, one of these things that Roland's been known for, I've been playing on Roland amps for a long time, is they do take overdrive pedals really nice. We had this hooked up to a Rocket Squawk pedal earlier, and we were just playing some really nice overdrive sounds. We were playing like a crunch sound, like maybe like this, just a little broken up, and then hitting the front end of the amp really hard with that, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to dial up a kind of a fun sound here. So I'll dial up the little brown sound. So what I've got going on there is the brown sound with the reverb there, which is the hall that I've got going on, and the tape echo. Maybe I'll take that echo over and try and see if the analog sounds any different. Maybe I want to boost that a little bit. Now I got like insane amount of gain. Here's it with the blues drive on. So I'm just giving the amp all she's got there. I just took it down to 50 watts. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. So what's that has done is I've taken it down to 50 watts, but I'm still goosing everything. Kind of squishes and compresses things down a little bit. Half watt. Here we go. Really squish things. I got to turn the volume up to get some volume on. I don't know if you can tell that on camera or not, but I got that squished right down. And then, of course, there's standby. It's dead silent. So there's a good overview of the Katana 100. Come on in and play on it and see what you think. We think it's a home run. And for a selling price of $329 for a 100-watt amp with a single 12, it's definitely a home run. Boss has done a great job. Bye. Hey, but wait, there's more. The Katana 100 can also take an acoustic guitar into the amplifier. What a cool thing. There is that one little acoustic button that we didn't cover that we should just listen to. Here it is, kind of flat, EQ flat with a little bit of reverb. You know, just a nice, there's a true sound. I've got the EQ on this guitar set flat. I added a little reverb just to have some on there, of course, if I wanted to play around with adding something, maybe a little delay. But you get the idea. Is all of a sudden now I've got an amp that's not only an electric guitar amp, but an amp that I can play with my acoustic guitar while performing also. And again, this amp has USB out, so don't forget that this amp can be used as an interface into your computer to do some line recording. Katana 100 at K2 Music.